Namaste friends, welcome to Learn with J, empowered by Magic Needles. This day I am here with yet another beautiful block stitch. It uses FPDC, BPDC and DCs, and it creates blocks of eyelets. So you can see the blocks of eyelets here, and you have the raised effect also. So this can be used in any garments you want, and it can be used in combination with other stitches also. To make this particular swatch, I used my navy blue Iron Hobby Store yarn. It's premium acrylic anti-pill yarn. Its color code is 2010, and as usual I've used my 5.5 mm clover amor hook. Okay, to demonstrate I shall be using a lighter color, and this stitch requires basically multiples of 20 plus 15 foundation chains. So I shall make the required number of chains and get back to you. I have made 35 foundation chains. To begin with, make a double crochet in the fourth chain from the hook. So 1 2 3, fourth chain from the hook, chain 1, skip the next and make a DC in the next. So repeat chain 1 DC, chain 1, skip 1 DC in the next 5 times totally. So I have made chain 1, skip 1, DC in the next 5 times. So I have 1 2 3 4 5, and then now place 1 DC each in next 10 chains. So make 10 DCs, 1 DC in each of the next chains, and I shall get back to you after that. So I have placed 1 DC each in each of the next 10 chains. So we have 11 DC block here, 11 DC group here. Now chain 1, skip 1 and a DC. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 DC in the next. So repeat this 5 times. So make the repeats 5 times. I shall also make and get back to you. So after the 11 DC group here, I have made chain 1, skip 1 DC, chain 1, skip 1 DC 5 times. So I'm left with 1 chain here, so place a DC there. So this is how row 1 looks. Row 1 is not a pattern repeat row. From row 2 onwards, it's a pattern repeat rows. Row 2, either chain 3 and turn or place a standing twisted double crochet. So I'm going to place a standing twisted double crochet here in the very first DC, and then in the next make a front post double crochet. And now place 1 DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC, DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC. That is a repeat. I shall make one and show. I am placing a DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC, till you reach the 11 DC group. So continue. I shall also finish and get back. Yeah, I have completed. So I am having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 DCs here. Placing the last DC in this chain 1 space. Now the actual pattern begins here. Like, make a front post double crochet in the first of the 11 DC group, and then place 1 back post double crochet in each of the next 9 DCs. So place back post double crochet in each of the next 9 DCs. I shall also complete and get back to you. I have placed 9 back post double crochets in the 9 DCs. Now place the front post double crochet in the last of the 11 DC groups, and next work 1 DC in chain space, DC on DC, DC in chain space till you reach the last 2 DCs. I shall also complete till the last 2 DCs and get back to you. I have placed the 9 DCs here. Now place 1 front post DC in the next DC, that is a penultimate DC, and then place a DC on the last turning chain over here. So this completes our row 2. chain 3 and turn, or make a DC in the very first stitch here, and now place one back post double crochet in each of the next 11 DCs. This is row 3. So place the back post double crochets. I shall complete in the 11 DCs and get back to you. So completed the back post double crochets in each of the 11 DCs. Now chain 1, skip 1 and DC on DC. So repeat this, chain 1, skip 1, DC on DC 4 times. I shall also make 4 times and get back to you. So I've completed chain 1, skip 1 and DC on DC 4 times. Now chain 1, skip 1 and place back post DC in each of the next 11 stitches. So complete that, I shall get back to you. So I've completed back post DCs in each of the next 11 DCs. Now place your last DC in the very last stitch, either on top of the double crochet I've made or on the third chain of the 3 chain turning chain. Okay, now turn your work, place a DC on DC or chain 3 and turn. It's up to you. Now front post DC in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, DC on DC. Repeat this 4 times. I shall also complete 4 times and get back to you. So I've repeated chain 1, skip 1, DC on DC 4 times. Now chain 1, skip 1 and front post DC in the next post stitch, and now make 1 DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC. So till you reach the post stitch here, till this last chain, you complete placing DCs in chain 1 space and DCs. I shall get back to you once I complete it too. So I've completed placing the DCs in chain 1 space and on DCs. Now place a front post DC in the post stitch. Now chain 1, skip 1, DC on DC. Chain 1, skip 1, DC on DC. Repeat this till the last 2 DCs. I shall also complete it and get back to you. Now we have come to the end of this row here. So we have placed this chain 1, skip 1, DCs. Now chain 1 and front post DC on the post stitch here, and a DC on the last third chain of turning chain or on top of the standing DC that you have made. So this is how it looks now. Now for row 5, either chain 3 and turn, which chain 3 will be counted as DC, otherwise make a standing twisted DC in the very first DC. And now on the post stitch adjacent to this, make a back post DC. So I think now you will guess the pattern. Now we are having the eyelets here. So in the eyelets we need to place 1 DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC, till we reach this DCs and post stitch groups. So I shall also complete up to this and get back to you. So we've come to the 11 DC and post stitch groups. Now make a back post DC on the post stitch here, and place 1 back post DC in each of the next 9 and the post stitch also. So make the back post DCs on each of the stitches till you reach the post stitch here. I shall also complete till then and get back to you. Now I place my back post DC on the post stitch also. It's a pattern repeat now. It's DC in chain 1 space, DC on DC. So continue till last two stitches, last two DCs are left. So I shall also complete and get back to you. So I have placed the DCs in chain 1 spaces and on DC. So totally these will count to 9 DCs here. Now on the post stitch, make a back post DC and DC on the last third chain of the turning chain or on top of the corner DC that we have made, the last. Okay, so this is how it looks after row 5. Now for row 6, place a DC on DC, or you could have chained 3 and turned around, no issues. Now place front post DC in the next, and then one back post DC in each of the next 9 DCs. So place one each. I shall also complete till this and get back to you. So I have placed BPDC in each of the 9 stitches here. Now place FPDC in the next post stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 DC on DC. So repeat this instruction 4 times. I shall also make it 4 times and get back to you. So I've completed 4 times. Now chain 1, skip 1 FPDC on the post stitch. Again make 1 BPDC in each of the next 9 stitches and 1 FPDC and 1 DC on the last stitch. So complete this repeat. I shall also complete and get back to you. Row 7, chain 3 and turn or make your standing twisted double crochet. Now back post double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 1 DC on DC. So repeat it 4 times. I shall also repeat 4 times and get back to you. So I've repeated the pattern, chain 1, skip 1 DC on DC 4 times. Now chain 1 and back post, skip 1 and back post DC in the next stitch, and now place 1 DC in each of the chain 1 spaces and on each of the DCs here till you reach the post stitches. So this is also repeating 4 times. So work the DCs in each of the chain spaces and DCs till you reach this particular point. I shall also meet you here. Now place a back post double crochet in the next post stitch. We'll continue with chain 1, skip 1 DC on DC till the end of the row, till last 2 stitches are left for this particular swatch. I shall meet you at the end. Now chain 1, skip 1 and back post DC on the post stitch and place a DC in the very last stitch here. So this is one set of complete pattern repeat. Rows 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other pattern repeat rows, and this is how your eyelets are formed, and they are staggered this way and that way. They don't sit on one on top of the other. So this is how it looks. So thank you friends for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this pattern, and if you want the written pattern, you please text us. I shall get back to you with the written pattern on your mail. Have a great day. I shall be back with yet another video in the next I shall be back with yet another pattern in the next video. Do subscribe to Magic Needles channel and do not forget to hit on that bell icon so that you're notified of the videos that we upload every day. Thank you friends. Have a great day.